So for today's free video, I've chosen the Ereste Divisie, the second tier in the Netherlands, to show you the data for tomorrow, which will be April the 14th. Could have been tight and chosen any of the other leagues across the bottom, but most of them have only got one game in. A couple of them have got two fixtures, but you know what? I thought I'd show you the one with all the games in, so nice of me, innit? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games tomorrow in this league. And as you can see, I'm kind of just sort of waffling so you can have a look at the data and make notes on what you want to do. I'll talk through a little bit. So in terms of the value, what are we looking at? The figures in green are where our odds are showing that there's value. So with this, the away team showing that we should be expecting odds of 1.79 based on the data, but we're actually getting 2.04. So there's a bit of value in the away win, and not massive value, but enough to certainly be interested in. And obviously, if you leave that 10 minutes, see how the game's going, see whether the away team is in the ascendancy, and then get involved, you're probably going to be getting sort of near 2.5 maybe. So it's worth keeping an eye on that. The correct scores over here. Because we've got the away team on side, you can see there's some away score lines that are going to have longer odds, 0-2, 0-1. So that sort of gives us the higher odds, which means the payout will be a little bit higher if we do manage to get one of these 5. So just quickly, the correct score Dutching, what we're saying, these are the 5 most likely scores. These are the odds that are on offer for those matches at the moment, for those scores on Betfair at the time of recording. And this is these are the stakes you should put on at each scoreline. If you're splitting your £20 stake, you'll put this much on this much to equal an equal profit regardless of what scoreline comes in. So that's what we're doing there. So we're saying if any of these come in, you're going to get £24 profit if you split your £20 stake that way. Okay, so going down, we're looking at a bit of value at home here and the draw. So you could potentially lay the away team, but I don't know how much value you'd get in that. Again, you've got your correct scores, which are looking very similar to the ones above in terms of the amount of value. They are different. You can see it's a different calculation, but it works out around the same. What we got here, we've got a nice bit of value in the away team for the road game, but be aware that they're still long shots, aren't they? So 1.5 and 1.18. But our odds are still suggesting that Heracles are favourites. You should be getting a little bit over evens. You get only 1.51, so there's no value there. But don't be sort of fooled by the value in some of these, because you need to see what the actual chance of them winning is. So we're saying there's a 22% chance. So you are getting value because we're getting a lot higher chance according to their odds. But it's still, it's still a bit of a long shot, and that will be reflected in the score lines as well. A bit of value in the draw here. If that showed up in our draw selections, that would be more interesting. We've got decent value in the away win here, and this is one that I've highlighted to people already. 2.40 points of sort of value here. We're saying that they are favourites, Dordrecht. 56% chance, so you should be getting under evens. We're actually getting 4.19. And as a result, you can see that the correct score Dutching is returning 35.55 on a £20 stake. So definitely would recommend having a closer look at this one. Don't blindly just put it on because this looks healthy. Have a look at the injuries, have a look at the conditions, some of the future fixtures to see if there's any team games coming up that they might rest players. And have a look at the recent home and away form. Just do your due diligence. But this is certainly one that I'd be looking to dig deeper into, either for a home lay or an away win. And slight value in the away win there. Probably not enough value for me to be overly interested. Okay, let's. We haven't put the profit down here. Apologies. So yeah, you can just drink up those stats if you like, while I'm correcting this. Why is that not? Noise. Yeah. Zawal Telstar. Oh yeah. So the final game is also one that is showing value, in the draw and the away win. So it's still suggesting that those outcomes, they're not the favourite outcomes, and you can see that we're still looking at 4.81, but this one is a little bit more interesting because it's got the draw on side. So a home lay in this one could be a route, especially as the odds are so short on a home win. You'd get decent odds on a lay, so it might be worth getting involved early in a lay, hoping that there's not an early home goal and then trading back out again. The same with the score lines. If you get involved and you can stick at 0-0 for the first half, for example, you might be able to trade out for a profit there. If we do get we do snatch an away goal, that would be perfect. So yeah, I'll just scroll back up slowly for those taking notes, but obviously you can pause and watch this as many times as you want. And tomorrow we'll be back with another league that I'll select for Saturday. Hope you enjoy. Thanks a lot.